Okay, so I've removed it from its OtterBox case. The OtterBox case itself, even though scuffed up in places, is not damaged. Oh, well, yeah, there's some damage here. There's deformed at the bottom. But this case, I don't know if this case done any good for the phone. But I can say that I would hate to see the phone if it was not in this case. I think the phone itself might be flat. Okay, so the case is bent. The back housing is bent here, as you can see. Now I don't know if that's covered underneath the Apple's Bendigate, but it's definitely bent there, both sides. And now there's damage in these weak points. I'm going to try to point out to you. See if I can use my little pointer here. If it'll work. Alright. So we've got, this is deformed, which this is where the glass sits. So I'm going to have to try to bend that back over, maybe heat it up a little bit to get it to maneuver the way that I want it to. But that's the actual case. And then over on this side, we've got some major damage here, right here. Now this is the vibrate switch, and it's no longer working. So I don't know if it's due to that being crushed here, this sensor, or if it's just because of the housing damage. But anyhow, you could see that this housing is pushed down, pushing against the button here. Same thing here. Turn it this way. You can see the damage along this frame. Now again, this is where the glass needs to sit, and it needs to be perfectly straight, and it's not. But the button doesn't work, and that's for the volume button. Again, I don't know if that's going to be a problem, because you can see that there's this here, which is your button that where it depresses. It's bent, so I don't know if the problem is going to be there or if it's just being bound up by this bent case. It's bent this way, the top's being moved over there, and it's bent right here. So it's multiple ways that I'm going to have to try to fix this. And I can guarantee that it's not going to look pretty when it's done. It's probably going to break at this point. This piece will, let's see if I can get in the light. This piece here is probably going to break off, and I'm sure it's going to crack or break off at these 2 points here. Same with over here. This is just aluminum, and once it's in its shape, it likes to stay that way. When you have extreme bends like this and you go to fix them, they tend to break. Then a couple other places I'm just going to have to smooth out with a file or something that's down. Let's see if we can get a good, like here, shows where it's been flattened down. So that causes a lip to come over where the glass needs to be. So those two locations, and a few other along here, right up here at the top as well. But I will do my best